So, Boa, this is probably the first time we've properly sat down to have a chat with you since you came back. How are you finding life back at Fulham?
Uh, as usual, it's been good. So we've been playing very attractive football, and now good. The crowd has been brilliant to us. So all the supporters been backing us up. So far so good. So and we're expecting to carry on like that.
Obviously, you were such an attacking player in your playing days, so it must be nice to be part of a coaching setup that has that same philosophy.
Yeah, you know that one thing that you must have in mind is what they should expect from us, and what we can offer to the crowd. Because at the end of the day, is a show that people pay and come and watch the show. So we have to. We know that we have a target to achieve, but at the same time, we need to be together with our supporters and. Get them behind us, to support us all the way through, and we must offer them, of course that we'd like to offer them what they want to see every single game. That is goals, lots of goals, but sometimes it's not possible. So and they understand that.
And speaking of the fans, obviously there was a lot of buzz when Marco Silva came in, but then we got an added bonus that you were coming back. You've got a real strong connection with the fans, haven't you? And a connection that's been there for over 20 years now.
Yeah, since my was 2099, yeah, when I joined Fulham. So was instantly like a connection with the supporters and all that. Even that through the bad times that I had and all that, the bad spells, some red card that no, I always got the support from the fans and the backup. So since then, of course, that the connection were there, and we always okay. There's one love, yeah.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, their chant for you is still going strong. They sing your name every game, and you and Marco and the coaches go and applaud them every match. But the fans have been fantastic this season, so loud home and away every game.
Yeah, that's why I mean, we need to understand the supporters. The supporters need to understand us, so need to have good connection. And so far, the connection has been brilliant. That's what they expect in us now. We have to, even that when the result is not the one we're looking for, we need still have to thank them for leaving them house, families, get on the roads, traveling up and down 1,000 miles, and to come and support us. That's what we want and what we need, and they're there for us.
You were actually here right at the start of your coaching journey. You were doing some work with the academy, so I'm guessing there's quite a lot of familiar faces when you did come back full time.
Yeah, still a lot of familiar faces. That was good to see again and to work with. Yeah, so. Some of the boys that I coach, I like some of them I didn't recognize them because they're so big now. They grow, and was good to have my first steps over here, then come back now.
One of the reasons we wanted to sit down with you was it's a year since the untimely passing of Papa Bouba Diop, your former teammate. We spoke to a lot of people at the time, and everyone seemed to say very similar things. That an absolute warrior on the pitch, but the nicest, most gentle guy off it. Is that a fair description?
Yeah, definitely. Because me, Papa, and Colin Jones, we have a very, very, very strong connection now. So for us, like for everyone, but. As I used to speak to Papa like 4 or 5 times a week. Wow. And I really didn't really forgive myself because it's been like that for 3 years, and even that we've been speaking weekly, like 4 or 5 times a day, a week, and sometimes twice a day, and. He managed to, I wouldn't say I don't want to use the word hide, but don't want to bother people with, because he was ill and all that. and but something was like not doesn't really sound well, you know. And I just spoke to my wife and said like sometimes Boubas' voice is not the same, you know, this, you know. And as I said, like don't forgive myself because I didn't really like spot that he's been ill, you know. And I remember that day when I went because we're in a lockdown, so I left my house to walk my dogs, and when I come back, my wife did like she didn't even spoke to me, you know, so she just put the phone in front of me, and you know, like it's just that feeling that all your body goes cold, and you know, but you know what I mean. So I want like I didn't see him when he was sick, you know. So we have good memories, you know, good memories, and I want to keep those good memories, you know, because is the way life goes, unfortunately. But now definitely gonna keep the good memories because he was like a brother, you know. We used to even like after we stopped playing, you know, our connection like with some other players as well still very very strong, but there's things that we can't reverse, we can turn around. Then okay, we gotta accept it, you know. Especially his family, you know, because his kids, you know, his wife, you know, that's oh well, that's the way it goes, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, it was a shock to all of us. He was so young, obviously, but just hearing you speak there, you put up a lovely Instagram at the time. I remember talking about your relationship, and when you're that close, you call him a brother. You speak a few times a week. It just must hit you hard.
Yeah, definitely, it's really was really hard, you know, because no one deserves to go, but unfortunately, we come to this world, we just like produce, then we gotta go. That we supposed like to get buried by our kids, you know, and we supposed to bury our parents, you know, not the other way around, because this is a cycle that goes like this. So with Bouba, you know, I just like I used to when we used to talk, like I just said like, oh, it's possible that I wasn't there when you scored that goal against Manchester United, you know, because I know that I was injured or something like that, and I was back in Portugal for some reason, so I didn't play that game, and that goal is scored against Manchester United. You know, that was a brilliant goal. And I remember like our celebration against Birmingham, you know, away, Birmingham. So it's the good memories you have to keep, you know, and to remember more than anything else, you know. So I spoke to Colin John as well. He was having a hard time as well, like when he heard the news, but you know, yeah, it hit us like we weren't expecting anyway.
And you mentioned wanting to keep good memories alive. Bouba always seemed like someone who would play with a smile on his face. He had this humongous smile, didn't he?
Yeah. I remember that when we used to train and play. Now, like used to have like very like good battles with him training, you know, because he was a unit, you know, and me, I never really like turn my face away of a challenge or so, you know. And sometimes like big challenge with Papa and all this during training, you know. But at the end of the session in the changing room, it was like we were family, you know. Because anything that goes through training, you know, that even that could happen, like have or argument and all this and all that. Then as soon as we walk off the pitch, we leave that on the side, then we together again, we together, and all the moments we had when we play away, we overnight in the hotel, and during the meals and all that. All that was so special.
Can you remember what he was like when he first joined? Because obviously he'd never played in England before. He didn't speak the language, I don't think.
Yeah, I remember because when he joined us, I remember speaking to Chris Coleman before we signed him. And I said to Chris Coleman that we should sign him straight away, because I think he was training at Portsmouth, and Chris Coleman spoke to me about it, and I said, we have to sign him straight away. So when he first came, he was quite shy, because his personality was like quite shy, and didn't really like, that. Of course, that we got together with the French boys as well because of the language, but that is something normal, natural to happen. But then he came and he spoke to me, because he said he heard about me before and all this, and it was a pleasure for him to be next to me and all that, to be a partner, and we be two like colleagues playing the same team. And I just like, natural for me that to any other player at the time, that to make people feel welcome, because become part of the family. So you have to make them feel welcome, so they can help you out to achieve your targets. So it was an instantly like connection. And then I remember him like every single morning when he comes, then he goes, Louis, Boa Morte. So these sort of things that we connect straight away, and was good, and everyone likes it as well. Papa Diop, like, because he came like a unit and all this, and expectation was on him and all that, and he delivered straight away then.
Yeah. And you played together for 2.5 years, I think it was, at Fulham, and it was an important time in your career. You were Fulham captain, and just from speaking to you now, it sounds like he was a big part of why you enjoyed that part of your career so much.
Yeah, definitely, because since I joined Fulham, most of the players had a good connection with all of them, but with Papa, with Colin John as well, Louis Saad, and after he ended up leaving, Chris Coleman as well, even I became manager after. The connection was strong, because even Philippe Cristanval, they come like J2, Lee Clark as well, then afterwards my neighbor and all this, but we create like different relationship with every single one of us are different. The way you connect with every single player is different, because then I'll become as well very close to Zat, that's still in touch with him. But every single one, we connect differently, and that's why when you stop playing, there is players that you lose contact with them, not because you didn't like them or so, but naturally you lose contact with them. And some other players that you keep in touch with, because I keep in touch with Sean Davies, with Zat, with Alan Goma, with Colin, used to be with Papa, Luisa as well, But I had a brilliant connection with Steve Malbranc, but I'm not in touch with Steve Malbranc, because our connection was on the pitch. Off the field was a little connection, not much, but on the field we have a great connection. When we play together and all this. But other players that you connect on the field and off the field, that Boubas was something like that, massive, massive connection, So that's why it's like it was really hard to accept. Of course, everyone always is hard to accept that someone passed away, But when people are close to you, then you just feel that it's really unfair. It's really unfair. But as I said before, that's life, So we keep the good memories, and until today. Till today, like his mobile number still on my phone. Our like conversations in the last times we've been speaking to, this still there. Like it's like he's still alive. Like you must have in your mind that okay, he's gone physically, but mentally, like in your minds, just keep the what are the good memories, there and all that, and so that's the way it is.
Boa, thank you for sitting down. I know it's very emotional, so thank you for your time.